Alrighty, welcome back. We're on air and I'm your man, Bad Chad. Or should I say, I'm Bad Chad. Welcome back. It's Friday. Basically what's going on today is I have a running board. I have a running board here, and this goes on a Chev truck, Ford truck. I'm not sure what it was, but they were given to me. They were brand new. They were in plastic. They were sitting over there in my junk pile. I never thought what I was going to do with them. I always think about the mandrel bends. I think I would use it for something. But as I get going on the old Ford truck, we're going to use this truck to carry around the race car. And what I'm thinking is we can truck it around here. Maybe there's a couple roads that we have really nice that we can maybe, play with the race car a little bit. We could put it on back of the truck and we can take it to where we're going and we can drop it off and we can play with it. Me and Jolene can figure it out. Jolene figured out this morning her ticket was messed up. She did not get 60 miles an hour. We want to clear that up. She did not get 60 miles an hour. I was thinking, wow, I missed that one when it happened, but the ticket said it. That's why she thought she got it. She did not get 60 miles an hour, so we're going to have to try really hard for next year to try to figure it out. Yeah, so basically what's going on is I'm going to turn the running board into a stack. This is what I've done on this side. You can see I've got the stack going up and I've got the bend going in towards the exhaust. So I've got this turned down here. It runs in here. This is where the exhaust comes out. I'll have to put another mandrel bend going this way, cut this off and mandrel bend it into the exhaust. We're going to put dual exhaust on this truck. You can see I've got it rubber mounted and I've got it so it fits the truck nice. I've got it straight up and down. I could have turned it back like that in 45, that I could have done that, but it's all in preference, and my preference was just to run a nice little short stack with it cut off straight. I used where the kick out is, or the kick down for where you step your foot on. That's where I used the mount and the rubber mounted it so it looks nice and away from the truck. I didn't want to put it too close to the truck, but now I've got a chrome stack in the back for our Ford truck. There's Top Line Adventures are here. People are wondering what's going on. Harold's so kind, he is donating a brand new building to us. That's his son Brady, and Brady is putting it together. But basically what's going on is they're building a building out back so we can put some of the cars in, and they're doing an awesome job. Everything looks fantastic so far. The footing is quite amazing how precise it really looks. But anyways, this is what I'm building. We're going to do it right now. I'm going to show you how I've done it. I'm going to have to take this one off and duplicate this one because I do not know. I just made it and then I stuck it on. So this is the running board. I'm going to take this one off. You can see how it's fitting on there, but I got to take it off to duplicate it. We have this piece here. This is what I'm saying, how we could have made it run back. I even drew a couple lines on it. You see how I drew a couple lines on it there like that. I could have run it back like this, you can do whatever you want to do, but you can run it back like that if you wanted to. I just didn't want to do that because it's not what I wanted to do, but you obviously can. You can see how that goes back there. Whatever, you can cut it off on a 45, you can do whatever you want. But basically what I'm doing is I'm taking running boards and turning them into stacks. I'm going to take this off. Got the mirror on with the bracket. That went on really well. Got the mirrors on both sides. They look good, or I think they look good. Not as good as Jolene, but they look good. So I'm going to take this off quick as possible. And what I'm going to try to do is duplicate, obviously. I had to drill through the cab corner of the truck to make it work. There's an interior in this truck. I never really, I've never took notice of a 48 Ford with an interior in it before, but this has got like a cardboard interior. The gas spout itself kind of dictated where I put the pipe, because I couldn't put the pipe where the gas spout was. So I did this side first, so it dictated where I put the exhaust pipe. I like the exhaust pipe where it's at, and I'm just going to duplicate it, obviously, best I can. I've got the nut is in behind a brace here. Just give me a minute and I'll get it off so we can get going on this bad boy. I'll show you what I made the rubber mounts out of. I'm going to show you everything right in front of your very eyes. So I think the best time that Jolene made was 57 miles an hour, which is still fantastic. I mean, like, there was no expectations, but let's face it, once you hit a certain speed, you always want to try to do better in your own brain. I'm thinking that's what we want to do, but we were set straight. All right. So I've got a washer that fell down in there. That's two down in the cab corner. I can get that. There's other stuff down there too. Look at that now, would you? I'm just gonna see if I can reach it. Guess it doesn't matter this second. Let's take this in, check it out. It doesn't matter this second. So basically, I had to cut both ends. Didn't finish welding that right there because of it was on the truck. But I cut both ends of it off because both ends weren't pointing in the right direction, and I had to cut both ends off. So I'm just going to set this one a little further away here for a second. So I've taken and welded 2 nuts on there. I still got to close off 2 holes here. I welded 2 nuts on there and closed both holes up. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to do that right now. These are hard to get off, but I want to show you what I was making it with. So it might be half the show of me showing how to get them off. There we go. Don't poke back. Yay! Get my fingers in there. All right. See if I can't get pried off of this. Don't really want to mark the chrome up, but I gotta weld there anyways. Aye. Getting close. Take a zip cut, knock that off. What I have to do is I have to duplicate what's going on there. It's going to be half a job to make them look both the same because they're on 2 different sides. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pattern off of this one, and pattern on this one, and we'll try to get it done. This makes a nice kick out for the side of the truck, I thought. It kind of worked out quite nice. Don't want to hit the chrome. And I didn't. Now I'm going to take a drill. I'm going to take and drill those out. We got some rivets, some chrome rivets in there. And the chrome rivets just kind of are going to hold me up from getting done what I want to get done. So with the truck, I got stuck on it, and the reason I got stuck on it because I made a bracket for the mirror the other day, and then I looked over and there the running boards were, and I wanted to just get the running board stuck on there. I'm not going to hook the exhaust completely up today, just going to get them in place where they're looking, then I can look at it. I am going to start on the Bugatti. We got some pieces for it yesterday. We got some motor mounts that we ordered, some gaskets, and when we take some stuff off, we got some exhaust pipe that mandrel bends, all good stuff. So what I'm using is a step drill bit. I'm just knocking them out. The step drill bits are good. Last time I was at Princess Auto, I said, I'm gonna get a couple. So basically what I gotta do is I gotta make an exact same pattern as this, what's going on with this. I'm sort of gonna be in a hurry here a little bit because it's gonna take me some time to get this done. I'm gonna match this one up. It's like I told Harold, it's like my face and my ass, it's a match. Not because they look alike, it's because they both belong to me. So we got this here like that, just want to clarify that. I just want to clarify that. Jolene laughed and laughed and laughed at the voice yesterday. Yeah, she thought it was funny, and I'm glad she thought it was funny because I like when she laughs. She got a fantastic laugh, or I think she does. So that's where I'm going to cut that off. That's it. And one end is bigger than the other one. You think the running board, this would be the exact same, that would be the exact same. They was not. They was not exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape on this side in case the old grinder wants to take off. And basically, I just put that on there. I'm going to cut that off. That's going to be the top part. This is where it's going to mount. This is where I'm going to have to cut this end off to turn it into the truck to get the exhaust hooked up. But basically the second, I have to match this up exactly. I don't have to match it up exactly, but I could guess, I suppose. But then again, I do not want to guess putting it on. I guess it doesn't matter if the holes are drilled the same. I could weld them on and be done with it right now. I'm going to put a rag on each end of the running board, and that way there, when the weld splatters or anything, it does not stick to my chrome. And I suggest you do the same, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to build something or weld up some chrome, it's nice that it's not all spotted up with your weld. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And the reason I liked, or I'm doing this out of this pipe, because it's chrome. I'd have to pay, if I wanted to put dual exhaust on it, I'd have to pay, money for chrome. Where these running boards, you probably could get these at a flea market or anything fairly cheap if you were actually paying attention. You could probably get them fairly cheap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these on there. And what I did is, instead of having the two holes here, they're not in the center of the running board. What I did is I just bring them over and centered it up a little bit so I can center them when I put it on the truck. They just looked a little better, I thought. So when this goes on, it's center inside here. If I put it on over top of the hole like that, then I've got it over here like this, and it doesn't fit that great. So I did not do that. I am going to guess like I always do. I'm going to guess like I always do. If I don't guess, and it's going to take me a lot longer. And then what I'll do is I'll hold it in place, and I'll mark it, and hopefully we can get it exactly the same. That's going to be scary, isn't it, baby? Huh? So basically, yeah, I just want to, it's going, that looks pretty good there for me. Not bad. Bum, 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 bum. Let's flop this over here. Let's bring this welder over a little closer. And it took me and Jolene, like it took the help of Jolene to hold it, to see whether I liked it, where it was, where I didn't like it. It might take you, your partner. You can grab your partner, get him to come out in the garage and help you. And yeah, it's always good for a little bit of help. Jolene helped me. Alrighty, I'm gonna weld them on. I'm gonna stick the ground, move it away from there a little bit. Give me a ground. Got the rag on I got the rag on the chrome because I do not want the weld to stick to the chrome that's around it. That's basically what I'm saying. Just trying to put these in the center. I'm trying to do the exact same distance, about a finger away. Took my nail polish off yesterday. I'm going to start, this is the thing. I'm going to start, I got this grounded here. So that means I'm going to start on this when I start welding it. If I start on that, it might not be grounded and it'll push it off. Just a little hint. Then I tack it onto there. Now I'm welded on. Now I shouldn't have to worry about it taking off. So basically the exact same thing with this one. I'm going to weld to the chrome piece first. I've done that many times, get something set up and then take the welder and go on the wrong side and start on the wrong piece and then keep pushing it off on yourself, and it just becomes something that you learn after a while. Just going to go back and forth here a little bit, just trying to keep the heat down, I guess. Nice little kick out on this piece. I like that. It allows for the rubber mount to sit in nice. I enjoy that part. Just going to go the other side. Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to take the race car and take it somewhere and drop it off and test it. That was basically the first time the old car went up and run down the track. Was the first time it was tested. I'm going to turn on the air for a minute just to cool that down a little bit. So you can make your truck look any way you want to. Just kind of playing with this one. I sort of want to make it look just having fun with it, basically. Just having fun with it. That's all I'm doing, having fun with the truck. And me having fun with the truck, I can't see nothing wrong with having fun. And I want to thank the person that dropped these off, because I'm putting them to use and having fun. I got 2 holes I got to weld up yet. And the 2 holes are right there. I'm going to weld them up right now. It's good thick metal. I would say it's probably, I'd probably say it's probably 16, 14 gauge. Welding those 2 holes up. Looks like it's got a little pinhole there, but I don't think it does. I just think it's where it ended the weld. But we'll do it anyways. Put a little air on them, cool them off. Can't see it. I probably should weld those ones up now. I'm going to have to, so I may as well weld them up too. Just going to pull this off. I got a couple more rags here. Just going to lay the rags on either side. It'll melt the tape, for sure it will, but I just don't want a bunch of weld getting everywhere, because it'll stick on you. If you ever welded up a car and have a piece of stainless beside what you're doing, it'll stick to your stainless if you don't watch it, if you're not careful. I'm going to weld that up. We'll have dual stacks in the back, and all we'll need is a bunk, and then we can call it a big rig. Right, baby? Should have kept the air on, but I didn't. Are you going to be able to put the camera down and give me a hand when I put these on? That'd be fine. I'm going to go to the other end, do this one. Pull that off. Cool. Not as cool as you, Jolene. Just using poopy tape. What I mean by poopy tape, the cheaper stuff that you can buy probably at the dollar store or whatever. That's going to work for what I'm doing right now. It's just a precaution. I don't want to pit the chrome all up before I even get started. So that's what's going on. It looks like it always stops at like a little spot, but that's okay. I have a flapper wheel here. I got a little spot sticking up. I want to flapper wheel that off. Just don't want to hit the chrome. Good enough. I got 2 more. I got this one already done, but I may as well weld them up while I got it here. Not sure if that'll hold it up or not. Nope, that's fine, baby. Just put that over there. I might as well weld it up. I got it here. Right? You agree? All right, she agrees. She's my lady. Jolene laughed and laughed and laughed about my voice yet last night. And nothing wrong with me, boys. Nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. Oh, gotta change the ground. I think I want to ground it down this end. This is where the end I might cut off to go in the exhaust. I just don't want to cause any marks or anything, so I'll ground it on that end instead of that's my pipe. I don't want any marks on that. I think that'll have it. You really can't see, well, you can't see this because this part's going towards the truck where the rubber mount is. Hard to see that. Yesterday I used some chrome tape, or not chrome tape, chrome paint, where I welded it on. Worked out awesome, I think. Worked out good enough anyways. There's no hole, there's just a little divot. Caught up here for a minute. Shut this off. Turn this air off. Now I'm just going to cut it and get it going to length what I want. I decided that I did not want, you can see where I can put the bend off. I could have 45, I cut it off here straight and had a little turn back, could have done that. Didn't want it. Basically you can do whatever you want to when you do yours. But I'm just showing you how I've done this one. What I've done there, as you can see, as I've got that welded on there, then I applied a washer, give myself a little bit of gap from the heat. My two pieces here, they've got to be here, obviously. There's two pieces the same. We got this piece here and that piece there. Oh, heat shield, and then rubber mount it. We wanted to rubber mount it because if, exhaust moves, exhaust moves. So basically what I want to do now is I'm just going to try to copy this. So I'm going to cut this one off. This one is able to be moved out of the way because this one is complete. Watch what I'm doing here, that's all. I'm going to knock over your drink, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm going to explain that here in a second. Also, Jolene was just saying this is boat roller. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut that. I buy that at Princess Auto. I buy it in 6-foot lengths. Not 6-foot lengths. Probably 12-inch lengths. 6-foot lengths. Baby's laughing at me again. But anyways, that's boat roller. It has a hole already in it. I just cut it to length. I'm going to show you how I cut it. But that's for mounting purposes. I'm going to flip this end for end to cut this end off. Put that up there like that so nothing happens. Get a zip cut rocking and rolling. I can see that we've got a little crooked on that, and I'm going to straighten it out with the flapper wheel. Instead of taking and cutting it off with the grinder zip cut, I'll just flapper wheel it straight, or straight as I want it. Take the tape off. It's got a sharp edge on that. Sure does. I'm just going to knock off the sharp edge. Probably get that off. I just took a second. There we go. Got a nice edge on it. Chrome's still nice. I got this piece on. I got to cut this end off. Now, I want to do it the same as this one. I'm pretty sure. I already welded that one on. I'm pretty sure I know where it's cut. I got a straight mark right here. I'm gonna go for it because that's where I cut it on the other one. I could lay it on top of that and go for it, but I can pretty well see exactly where the line was cut. Yes, I can. Just giving myself a guide with the tape. That's all I'm doing, giving myself a guide. I'm going to need this piece. Obviously I welded it on. The reason I'm cutting it off, because it didn't point underneath the truck where I want the exhaust to go. So I'm going to have to put this one back on, and then I'm going to have to weld this one back. This one's already done. I have to finish welding it there and knock that little bit off. But I'm cutting this off, and then I'm going to re-angle it to where it fits good on the truck, or for the exhaust. Let's see if we can get this done. Alright, so that piece is going right back on. Not going to do anything with it. It's going right back on. I'll set that right there. Take my tape off. Alright, these right here are 2-inch pieces. I measured them out for 2 inch, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make 2 of those. This is what I've used, is boat roller. So I'm just going to mark it 2 inch. I haven't got my marker right here. I'm going to have to get a refresher marker. Now the hardest part is going to be to get it mounted on the truck exactly the same as the other one. Sometimes that's what it's going to be. It's going to be hard to get it mounted on exactly the same. Where am I at? I want a piece of boat roller, 2 inch. That looks like the straightest side. I'm just going to measure 2-inch. You have to be careful cutting this stuff. I do it on the chop saw. And what I mean by being careful is it's rubber that you're cutting, so it will grab your chop saw, or your saw blade will grab quite quick. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. So I got a chop saw here, I got my line. I'm going to chop it on the line. Now, that piece right there, I'll probably end up wasting it. And the reason being is I'm not feeling courageous this morning enough to hold that there like that. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get another piece to do that. So what I have is a 2-inch piece, exactly the same as this one. Exactly the same. I'm going to need a washer for that. So we'll washer one of those. The piece goes on there like that. So we got a washer there. And I'm going to need another 2-inch piece. Is this long enough? Am I going to dare it? I have to be careful of this stuff because it'll bite you. It'll bite you. I could do it that way. I'm going to mark it this way. See what the straightest edge is. 2-inch. I like this edge better. I think I do. Just looking for the straightest cut as possible, that's all. Jolene's my princess. Aren't you, Jolene? Jolene's my princess. So basically just gonna put that in there. Ugh. Get half nervous of this, but I don't want to waste anything. Awesome. Got a little bit crooked, and that's because it wasn't all the way over in that thing nice, but it's rubber. It's forgiving. I'm going to suck it up against the edge of the truck. It's fine. It's fine. Because I can, obviously it's rubber, so we can suck it up against the truck. That takes the shape of the truck. So now, I've got a gap for heat so it doesn't get the rubber too hot. We have this one I'll put this one back on, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to adjust the other one to match this one. Actually, what I'm going to do is first here is I'm going to take a piece of tape. Take a piece of tape. This. I didn't really want to. I can do that, I suppose. I'm just going to do this. You get me somewhere close, that's all. That's all I'm looking for, somewhere close. Just going to take and measuring tape. This is my line. So I put the tape on, I'll put it back on that line. This is my hole. My hole. I don't like that tape doing that, but I'm going to say 9 1/4. No, it's not 9 1/4. I'd say it's 9.
You're not all the way to the line.
Okay, sorry.
You take tape and just run it?
I could. Basically, I think that's what I'll do. Well, I'll do the tape after. Do this. I'll put this. Well, no, gotta run this on. See, I just don't know. Put that up there. How far down? Like that's the only thing I have to. Whereabouts am I putting that on there? We're putting it let's say, probably 1.5 inches from that line. So I'm going to go right over right quick and try to do that. Excuse me, sweetheart. Hope this helps us. 1.5 inches from that line. Got our mark on. It's going straight down. Gotta get our tape. This is the top one. Gonna have to do it upside down, obviously. Down a little bit. I don't really want to pull on the tape too hard, so I'm matched up on my line on that side. I'm just actually taking from one side and going to the other side. I don't know where I welded the bolts on, or the bolts on to the new exhaust. I didn't measure them all, I just put a finger on them. So we're really playing with fire a little bit, but I can spend hours and hours and hours, not hours and hours and hours, but spend time with a measuring tape. I'm saying that's close to center on that. And we do have a little bit of movement. So I'm going to put the cover back on my marker. If I dropped it over here, what I did with it, right there. I'm going to put this one back on. I'm going to put this one back on. I need a washer because I dropped a washer. I'll get it after. Good old washer. Nuts and washer in the back, they're already there. This one's going to be a second to get on because it's a little harder. It's in behind the gas filler spout, that's why it's a little harder for me to get it on, but we'll get her. Just hold my tongue right. Come take a look for a second, sweetheart. You can see You can see how the rubber's laying on there. There's a little bit, probably an eighth in there of gap, but when we put the socket on it and tighten it up, then it really makes it look nice. See the gap going away. We squeeze that rubber till it looks good. Take the shape of the truck. Basically. I would be happy with that. The top one, I'm thinking that we can tighten that up after, probably. Let's tighten it up, guys. Get the best read, I guess, with it tight. I might as well tighten it up. How to build a car without a tape measure, basically. Oh, I forgot to weld my spot down there. I'm gonna have to take that back off. Forgot to weld this down here and finish that off, grind that little bit of weld off, but I'm going to the other side. I've got to take out some screws on the inside panel in there, pull that off. Let's go to the other side. Just throw them right down there in the corner. Some interior screws come out nice and easy. This last oil change was at 59,092. Huh, cool. Didn't want the interior to fall out. Take that one out. I'd be real brave if I just took and cause any damage with that. I'd be real brave if I just drilled the hole and went for it, but I'm going to hold it up and take a look at it. I got the interior panel out. You can see I've got an inside construction there. So basically that's right basically where it was on the other side. I'm going to hold the exhaust up where I think it should be. What I'm going to do is, this is what I do on most things. On this exhaust piece on the other side, let's come take a look. Let's come take a look. We're doing this together, I guess. You can see where I welded that piece on the exhaust on this side. I like this side, it looks good and straight to me. You can see where I welded the exhaust piece on this side. You see how that you've been, if you get down, you can see where I welded that on there. It's right along the edge of that cab. Can you see that? So that's basically what I'm wanting you to eye up for me and let me know is whether this distance here is about the same there. And if we're off like a little bit on the top, well, we can adjust a little bit. It's got a little bit going above, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up to where I think we want it to be put on. And you're going to let me know whether, or I can see actually. That's pretty darn close. That's not bad. Thinking that we up, down. What do you think, sweetheart? Look good there?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the bottom one. And I'm going to have to knock the bottom one down a little bit. I haven't got my marker on me. I have to go get it. The bottom one's fine. That's what I'm thinking. The bottom one's fine. I don't mind laying this on the back frame because it's the rocker guard. Should be nice on that. Should be fine. Where'd I put that marker? right there. Let's do this again. I like the bottom mark. And I'm happy with this part. With the tape, I'm marked on that line. I'm coming around. That should be about the same distance. You know, that's bang on, you ask me. Like, you're not going to get much better than that, I wouldn't think. But as I can see, I did not measure them when I put these on, so they're a little bit different. But I like the bottom hole the best. So when I put the top one on, I got to come down a little bit. You can see right there, it's not fitting exactly. So I'll do the bottom hole. And then I'll do this hole. And then I'll be able to bolt it on. All right, we'll take and slide this right there. I'm gonna get the drill. I'm just gonna use a step bit. Last time I drilled it on there, I used a step bit and just drilled all the way through. It worked out perfect. That there hole is a little tiny bit bigger than the bolt we welded on, so it gives me a little bit of adjustment. And I'm saying we're in the exact same place because I marked it at the edge of the door and ran it over. I mean, nothing has changed. Try and talk myself into it. And pull this off. Couple washers. So I've got a washer in behind there for gap. I'm gonna have to take these back off. I'll put a little chrome paint on those, but I want to get it mocked up first. Get it mocked up. A couple washers, a couple nuts. I got a couple nuts. Got to get a couple washers. Sometimes I've got this bolt bin used right up, but we'll find something here to lock it on. I thought I had washers over there on the table. I thought I was, maybe I put them on took them and put them on the other side. No, I've got one on the other side because I used one, I think. Oh! Yeah, good thing I had my hat on. Huh? Well, then what? Boy, she likes to laugh at me. It is what it is. I'm not used to the mirrors yet. Rattled my teeth, though. Rattled my teeth. All right, that washer's not right washer. I got to get a couple washers. Did you like that, baby? What? My voice has not changed. There's a washer right there. Give me another washer. Give me another washer. Come on, come on. I think we used them all in our washer toss game. That's fine for now. Come on. There's one right there. Awesome. Hopefully we can stick this one on easier than the other side. Just trying to move the interior panel back so I can get the washer and the nut on. Come on. Washer and the nut on. And if it isn't right, it's too late. I got the holes drilled. Is it looking right? Awesome. I'm just going to get the ratchet and draw it in a little bit. Right there. Stop it, stop it, stop it. draw it in nice. Yeah, draw it in nice. Get a wrench for the top side. Ratchet won't fit on the top side, so I'm going to have to wrench it. Obviously I can wrench that in tight so the rubber comes in tight. Get a true reed. Got that one really tight, I can see. Got it bulged out a little bit. Probably should loosen it off. But I'm going to stand back, see if the cut is the same. Not bad. So now I'm going to aim that piece in. I'm going to bring the welder out, aim that piece in. I'm going to let this one off down the bottom a little bit. And the reason being is it's sucked in quite hard. Good. Gonna take a look at it again before I weld the bottom on. Oh yeah, right on. Hickory dickory dock. We got stacks in the back. Gonna weld that piece on, goes underneath. So we'll hook up, they've got exhaust pipe coming out here, coming under. Then we're gonna have this one coming underneath the same way and go in through there. Grab the welder. Nope, sorry. It's good. That works. That's the one we want, because that's a short one. Did I leave my glasses on top of that? Oh, right there. Going to put the ground in on this piece because it's going to be cut off. I'm going to cut this off to put the elbow on. So we'll put the ground down there. And basically all I have to do is point it in the exact same way as on the other side. Hard to hold. Just going to get on this angle. Bring it off for a second. All right, one step, one hold, and two will put it in place. Good to me. Alrighty. When I'm welding this exhaust pipe, I'm hoping that nothing's going to jump up and stick on it. It would probably come down and stick on it, but where it's coming in, it probably won't stick on it at all. I'm not going to worry about it. But basically, I'm going to weld this exhaust pipe. I'm going to show you when I weld across here. I don't want to just run a nice, I know it's good heavy metal, but I just don't want to run a bead all the way across it. I want to do one dot at a time, try to make it look as nice as possible. I could grind it all off after I'm done, but basically what I'm saying is if you're welding an exhaust pipe and you want it to look good, do one dot at a time. Try to make it look as neat as possible. All right, I might as well leave it like that. You can see how I got a nice little neat job on the welding part there. That's dual stacks out of running boards. To buy that probably cost you a bit of money to get the chrome pipe, but where it was given to me, I'm happy with that. It looks like it's angled in the same. You come up here, sweetheart, get a nice look from here. Looks like it's angled in the same. What we'll do is we'll get it in there. We'll have to have a mandrel bend. We'll probably end up cutting this off about here somewhere and then having a mandrel bend that goes in. We are rubber mounted on the truck. We're not going to burn the paint or anything. We're on the back side of the truck too. We should be away from the door a little bit. It's rubber mounted. It'll move a little, you know, for exhaust. It's chrome. Dual stacks in the back. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Like, subscribe, comment, laugh at me, do whatever you like. But we're having fun. I just wanted to have fun with that and put them on. I've got the mirrors on. I found out when I ran into them earlier on. Basically, you come back tomorrow and we'll do something again. Have a good one, everybody. Happy